Well, I think that's a really, really wonderful question, and I know it comes from your heart and from your experience. So I feel that when you have that experience of being judged as a child, it's a really profoundly wounding experience, because as a child you're whole and you're beautiful, no matter what shape or form or aspects you have. There's a part of you that I believe is intrinsically whole and beautiful, and you can see it in a baby. A baby is happy, is full of themselves, is at peace with themselves. So when we're judged as children, it's held as a trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And my way, what a trauma is, to explain to you and also to everybody watching, a trauma isn't necessarily a wartime experience or a brutal experience or a physical experience of violence or anything like that. To me, in my understanding, trauma is simply unprocessed emotion. So what happens is, something happens as a child, we don't have the tools to handle it, and it's sort of like, did you ever, I experienced this once, and I was sitting on a railing and I fell over backwards. I wasn't holding on, and I fell over backwards on my back, and I hit the ground, and I had what they call, the wind was knocked out of me. So I was there on the ground going, and I couldn't breathe in and I couldn't breathe out. I was frozen. And to me, that's like a physical expression of what trauma is. It's this emotion, something's happening, and you're like, and then what happens is you don't have the tools to go, it hurts, and there's nobody there to say it's okay. So you just hold it and you stuff it down and you go, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine, in that high little voice. Fine, everything's fine. And the problem with that is you carry it around for decades, lifetime, decades. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the way to heal trauma is to move through it. So, and we're not going to do that here, because I think that, there's always tears involved, and I don't really, it's not my goal to see you like in that pain, but I suggest, in the privacy of your home, that you go into meditation and you really look into that feeling of being judged. Because with the feeling of being judged, it's a criminal act, and it's criminal in the sense that it's taking your story away from you. Your story is, I'm a beautiful little girl. That other story comes on top and saying that this is how you're no good, or you're not good enough, or this is a problem. And that story goes on top, and it's emotionally like an assault on your being.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And that's deep, and that's painful, and that needs to be released. It's not going to stay with you forever.
No.
If you do the work of looking in there and comforting. See, the little girl is frozen in time. She still exists. That little girl that it happened to, whether it was when you were 7 or 8 or 8, those experiences are like locked, frozen in time, cycling over and over. So that fear of being judged, I'm not going to be able to handle it. Don't judge me. It's still there. It's like full out living. It's strong. So in the privacy of your meditation, really look into those feelings, and really, here's the healing part. Embrace that fear, the anger, the fury, and the sadness and the pain. That's all part of that experience of being judged.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I can, and that's wonderful advice. Thank you so much. I need to release a lot more. I've done a huge shift already, but this is a major goal for me to do this. So the next step is beyond and amazing. So thank you.
Okay, great. So that's, I think you're really well on your way. And when you heal the pain within yourself, and this is just to give you added motivation to do the work, because it's hard to do the work. You know, you're going to cry the tears that you didn't cry back then. You know, that, you know, back then you're being emotionally assaulted and it was deeply, deeply painful. And you're going to feel that. And that's what we've been trying to avoid. You know, when we push it down,
It's true.
not hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a
Yeah.
lie, such a lie. You know, so we tell these lies, but what I wanted to say to give you more inspiration, maybe to even do the work, is that once you heal that in yourself, then that's just another gift that you're going to offer to the women that you're working with.
Yeah. Yeah. See, for people to be able to release their pain,
Yes.
it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Gives them freedom and it's peace. It's a wonderful tool. Amazing tool.
Yes. Yes. And it's very healing, because when we hold on to pain, it really it blocks the flow of our lives. It blocks the joy in our lives, because we've got this like frozen, literally like stuck frozen lump of emotion. So we're not processing and we're not flowing, and that leads to illness.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Yeah. So there you are. I mean, that's really part of the healing process for the women.
Yeah, and when you start to release that pain, the joy and the energy that you create for yourself, then you find yourself not as sick, and then you go, wow, I'm enjoying my life. And then you put two to two together and start moving even bigger steps forward. And it's, you know, you look back, but not for long, because you don't want to go back there.
No.
I'm going forward. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the past isn't holding you back, because otherwise it holds you back.
Yeah.
When you go there and release that, you're free to move forward, and life has got so much to offer. And you're an example of that, because you could either be this very quiet person, like, oh, I've been told I shouldn't talk, and I can't talk, and I can't do this, and I can't do that, shouldn't try, and you've just busted all that open. So the sky is the limit.
Here I am, doing this thing.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yeah.
That's
no
really
stopping me now. Yeah.
That's exciting. Okay, so I'm really happy for you, and I want you to do the work, and to turn. You know, really, in the beginning of this coaching session, I talked a lot about turning this straw into gold, and in a much deeper way, that's what you're doing with your entire life, because you're taking every liability and every obstacle and every challenge, and you're transforming it. You know, we all have the capability of transforming those painful, harsh experiences into these golden bits of wisdom and healing and inspiration for others. So
yeah, we can all do it. You know, we just have to learn to trust ourselves and trust the people that come to us to help us. And that's the golden rule and peace within.
yeah, so you got a job to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an excellent job. Just you watch me.
Okay,
You do it well down here in Aussie land.
that's awesome. That is just so awesome. So do your work, help the people that you're meant to help, and as you go on your own personal journey, you're picking up more jewels to bring to share with others. So it's just you know, it's such an amazing trajectory of expansion. And
yes, it's going to grow, because, like I said, it only takes one person to start a chain reaction.
Yes.
And to build a brighter, stronger community, It's just, we need that now in this day and age. We
Yes.
are so stressed, so much fear. And we can just change one member in a family unit,
Yes.
that will just, and that could be the women in the family unit.
Right.
It's just amazing what we
Right.
could do. Yeah.
Yes, it's true. And what I love about it, because, you know, they say a lot in sort of the coaching is you can't fix anybody. You can only work on
Oh,
yourself. And the
yeah.
beauty of it is that's how you're doing it is as you pass every challenge, just like I said earlier, just by speaking, people are like, wow, well, maybe I could do it too. You know, maybe I
Yeah.
can come past, you know, whatever my obstacle is and live some of the happier dreams that, you know, like
Yeah.
you said, these are dreams you've had of healing and helping since your childhood.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And
So
I never thought I was good enough. I always stood in the background behind my sisters, and my family didn't really support me. So it's very hard when you haven't got that support around you. But
yeah,
when you're ready, it comes to you, and then you gotta go, yes, I
yeah.
can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that the biggest process, not just for you, but for the world, is
Yeah.
really that looking within and healing our own pain, because that pain is profound. It's profound, and it's just when you start to look at it, it's like everybody up to a certain point, everybody just wants to avoid it, like the plague. You know, you just don't
Yeah.
want to go there.
Yes.
But once you start to do it and you know that you can live through looking at it and you know that it brings you so much peace because you're releasing these things, that's, I think, the way to peace in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
very powerful, very powerful. And yeah, like I said, we can all do it. Yeah, we
yes.
just gotta trust.
Yes. So you do it, and then from you, somebody's going to pick it up, and you know, there's your chain that you said. I love your attitude, and I love the work you're doing, and I wish you so much success
Yeah.
as you go forward. Thank you so much for being on the show today. If
Thank
you
you
or
very
any of our, thank you. If you or any of the listeners would like to work with me in private and to experience some of these coachings in private, you can contact me at rebalinker.com. I have a coaching page all about what I offer. And this is Paint Yourself into the Picture. And if you like today's episode, I invite you to click like and leave your comments. I always want to hear from the viewers. What do you think about what you're watching? And if you'd like to be a guest on the program, please go to vcntv.com/paintyourselfintothe-picture/apply. All right, join us next week for another coaching session on Paint Yourself into the Picture. Bye-bye.
To see the rest of this episode, click on the link below the video now. You'll be glad you did. Are you still here? What are you waiting for? Click on the link below the video now to see the rest of this epic episode.